All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kahalayim Lai Howell. Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, peace and salutations on to the elect. So these devils could end poverty today if they wanted to. At any moment, they can end poverty. And they choose not to because keeping you Jake's poor is the goal. Keeping you poor, stupid, and in the bottom is the end goal for them. So and also like the famous James Baldwin said, urban renewal is a Negro removal. You know, urban renewal is just another term for racist policy that these devils came up with to remove you out your lands. You know, to destroy Jake neighborhoods, man. Cause that's how this devil get down, to displace you and remove you out your territories, man. And take the scripture say, remove not your neighbor's landmark. Matter of fact, let's get that first and foremost. First and foremost, remove not your neighbor's landmark, man. Okay, what these devils are guilty of, guilty in the mug, you know, of oppressing the man, his heritage, you know, and removing your neighbor's landmark. It says Proverbs 23 and verse 10. It said, remove not the old landmark and enter not into the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty, and he shall plead their cause with thee. It said, apply thy heart unto instruction and thy ears to the words of knowledge. You know, so remove not the old landmark. You know, you're not supposed to touch, you know, Jake. You're not supposed to touch. You're not supposed to forcefully remove, you know, people out of what's rightfully theirs. Okay, but yeah, this devil, he don't respect no codes. This devil has no ethics. He has no morals. The only thing he respects is a dollar sign, and he don't respect human life or dignity or anything like that, man. All right. Now, when all eyes are on, you know, the international community, you got the internet and all that stuff. Now he want to act like he's civilized and shit. You know, where was all that civilization when the cameras were off? See, integrity is when the cameras are off, when nobody's watching. What you gonna do? You know, because when people are watching you, you know, your conscience starts. You know, you start. Oh well, you know, somebody's watching me. I gotta watch what I do because people are watching me, man. You know, but Esau, I don't care about that, man. That's why the Lord said, that which is done in the dark shall come to the light, man. All right, everything you do in the dark always comes up and rears back its ugly head. Okay, now let's go to a few words here. Okay, about urban renewal. It says, which they don't teach that in the schools, man. They don't teach that in the schools. Not like that unless you go to college. And then when you go to college, man, you know, it's more, you know, they get a little bit more in depth with the you know, black studies and historical this and historical that. You know, you get a little bit more insight of what this devil has done. You know, what they call African American studies and all that. You know, but this is from the Boston Review. It says, tearing down Black America. Policymakers. So like the policing is not the only kind of state violence. In the mid-20th century, city governments backed by federal money, Uncle Sam, the same government that, you know, you put that uniform on for, all right? It says, backed by federal money, demolish hundreds of black neighborhoods in the name of urban renewal, right? This devil deals with some called subtlety, man. He's no longer, you know, straight out with his racism, you know, just straight out there, you know. It's easier to get it, you know, it's easier for people to digest the racism when you put on a fancy little title, oh, urban renewal, you know. Oh, when you give it a fancy little title like that, you know what I'm saying, it's easier to sell it to your own people too, to your voters and to your, it's easier for them to digest what you're doing under these different, corporate titles and names, like, and this is one of them, right? This is one of them. Political jargon. Urban renewal, supposedly was to rejuvenate the urban communities and all that. That, in other words, they knew that's where Jake is living. They knew that's where you Negro Latinos are living at. So, urban renewal, let's get y'all asses up out of there so we can build highways, so we can destroy y'all prosperity, and so we don't let y'all live in peace. Okay. So it says, this is from July 2020. It says when James Baldwin visited San Francisco, which, James Baldwin is going to feature prominently in this video. Okay, because you got, James Baldwin making a famous statement: urban renewal is Negro removal. Which back then that was like a shocking statement for somebody to say the truth out in public. For somebody to tell the truth out in public, that back then that was super controversial in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Because everybody was basically like under gag orders and all that stuff. Now, anyway, it says when James Baldwin visited San Francisco in 1963 to film a documentary about U.S. racism, he encountered neighborhoods in turmoil. The city was seizing properties throughout eminent domain. Another one of these racist ass policies: eminent domain, civil asset forfeiture. Okay, civil asset forfeiture, basically, what I'm saying, they could just take your shit under the guise of, he's selling drugs. They could just label you to some narco organization. And that's another one of these stop and frisk. That's another racist policy. Stop and frisk. The three strikes rule. Three strikes and you basically get life in prison. Okay. All kind of racist policies set up to oppress Jake, man. Throughout the history, you see nothing but racist policy from the devil. It says part of a massive federal urban renewal program, nearly 5,000 families, no fewer than 20,000 residents was moved out of the San Francisco region in 1963. That's what James Baldwin, this is what the article is dealing with in this particular scenario. Now it says the majority of them being people of color, damn near all of them being Jakes, were being displaced from rental homes, private property, and businesses in the Western Addition neighborhoods. Baldwin spoke to a black teenager who had lost his home and watched as his neighborhood was destroyed. He told Baldwin, "I've got no country, I've got no flag. This is not your rest. I've got no country, I got no flag. This is not your place, man." Baruch 2, let's go there. As the scribe of Jeremiah, Baruch famously put, "We are yet this day in our captivity." Right? Baruch 2 and verse 27, it says, "O Lord, our power, thou hast dealt with us after thy goodness, and according to all that great mercy of thine, as thou spakest by the law of thy servant Moses in the day which thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel, saying, if you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number amongst the heathen, whither I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, for it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name." Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach, a curse, to be subject unto payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our power." All right, so the boy told Baldwin, according to this, says, "I got no flag, I got no country." Soon after, Baldwin responded saying, I couldn't say you do. I don't have any evidence to prove that he does have a country." All right. At that very moment, when the civil rights movement secured voting rights and the desegregation of public and private spaces, the federal government unleashed a program that enabled local officials to simply clear out entire black neighborhoods. Just get them up out of there, man. Again, this is why, all this talk about the law and legal, what's legal and what's legal. Look, it's legal for these crackers to take you out your home. Look, bro, this is why you can't lean upon this Constitution and, you got to know your rights. You don't have no fucking rights in this place. You got the right to do what Whitey told your ass to do. Okay? You got the right to shut up and just work. You got the right to just be a slave. I mean, you got the right to, as long as you making this devil money, you good. But the moment you ain't, urban renewal, get up out of there. And Jake think that spirit has left these devils. That spirit of hatred, that spirit of of pure, that never went nowhere, man. He had a perpetual hatred for you, man. Okay? Talking about but it's laughable, man. Jake, they really believe that, they're really kind-hearted people, bro. Our people are very simple and kind-hearted people, bro. That's why Gag got taken over the way that they did, man. Because you sit there, you try to help this devil. Yeah, we're good Pacific people. And what does he do to you? He turns around and shows you his horns. He shows you his horns, okay? Because you, Jake, are too soft. You're too docile, man. You're too soft and docile. You've lost your edge. You've lost your edge. Okay, you become lap dogs for these devils, man. You become lap dogs for these women, you become servants for their sakes, man. First Ezra 4:26. You basically work your whole fucking life for her so she can have all the amenities, and what do you get? What do you get? You get a fucking divorce. You get told that you ain't a good daddy, you ain't this, you ain't that. That's what you get in this life, bro. But anyways, okay, this man James Baldwin was another guy that was set up, but we're gonna deal with him in a minute. We're gonna deal with James Baldwin in a minute because they got a biopic of him coming out with none other but Billy Porter, another one of these LGBTQ leaders. Which James Baldwin was the original Mose in the black community. In one of the articles, which I'm gonna read later, they called him the father of the black LGBT, man. That show you that Esau sets up who he wants to, man, and that's why he's such a famous figure. James Baldwin, a pioneer. They even had the nerve to call this guy a prophet, man. I almost threw up, man. I almost threw up when I read it. I'm like, they said activist, philosopher, abolitionist, prophet. I said, what the fuck? This guy, this is what they want to your community to become. A bunch of James Baldwins and a bunch of Billy Porters, man. They got Billy Porter is on every Oscar runway. Nobody knows what the fuck this nigga does. Nobody knows this guy. Nobody knows him. Nobody. I turn on TV and everybody that's in the crib be like, who the hell is that? Who's Billy Porter? Nobody knows him. Everywhere I go, you ask these jakes about Billy Porter. Nobody knows who the fuck he is, but they just keep propping this guy up. This guy, Billy Porter, he's like some talented guy that getting all these movie roles and he's on the Hollywood red carpet and shit. They set these guys up just like your boy Baldwin, man. Your boy James Baldwin, man. Guy rubbing elbows with senators and shit. I mean, come on, bro. You telling me they can't find some strong masculine black men to be the image of black people? No. We gotta get a mole like Martin Luther King, okay? And we gotta get a mole like James Baldwin to be the leaders. Okay, it says that young man was one of millions of Americans who was displaced disproportionately because of color, who lost homes. So don't talk about, don't let them convince you. It's not about race no more. It's not about your skin color. It's not about your skin color. It's not about what you are. Everything boils down to race, man. Everything boils down to who you are, okay? You get treated based upon your social status, your race, your nationality, and things of that nature in this society. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Okay, we don't see black and white there. Man, that's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. It says, in discussing its human costs, colossal in scope, yet profoundly intimate, Baldwin helped popularize a phrase common in black neighborhoods. Urban renewal means Negro removal. To steal people's homes, Baldwin understood what was to shred the meaning of their citizenship by destroying their communities. And the federal government, quote unquote, he said is an accomplice to this fact. Of course, man. The federal government, man, they're the ones that put you in slavery, bro. They're the ones that, the small headers, the ones you pay taxes to, man, rendered unto Caesar what Caesar. Yeah, of course, they're the ones. They're the ones enslaving you, man. It says the 1921 Tulsa massacre and redlining have pierced the popular consciousness in recent years as ways that, through murder and markets, black communities were destroyed. Yep. Curiously, urban renewal has remained on the margins of these discussions, yet that program in operation between 1949 and 1974 constituted one of the most sweeping and systematic instances of the modern destruction of black property. Neighborhoods, culture, community, businesses, and homes, man. Ain't nobody else got this place like that, bro. They ain't touching them fucking them gooks like that. Them gooks got their cribs. They got everything. They didn't go no shit like that, man. Them yellow devils. Yeah. Them Homer Simpson looking motherfuckers. They don't, nobody mess with them, man. Okay. Oh yeah, they did a little they went through hell in California a little bit. Man, that ain't nothing compared to this, bro. Every generation of your people is getting a foot up their ass. Why? Question everything. Why is this? Why is that? Why are you the ones on Similax and all this shit? Why the ones the micro C hip comes on? They want you. I mean the micro C hip. The jab. The jab comes out, and they're you the ones that they want to take it. Oh, why ain't blacks and Latinos taking it, man? Why ain't they taking it? Damn, like as if nobody else is dying from this shit, but only you are the target. Hey, man, if you cannot see that you are the Israelites and you are those people, and the white man is the devil, either one or two things: either you a dumbass, or you done sold out, or the third option would be the Most High is just not dealing with you. Okay, the third option. There is no doubt whatsoever that we are those people, man. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. Now, the program went from 1949 to 1974, many years of removing black neighborhoods out the way, constituted one of the most sweeping and systematic instances of the modern destruction of black property, neighborhood, culture, community, and businesses, homes. As it at its peak in the mid 1960s, urban renewal displaced a minimum of 50,000 families annually. A 1964 House of Representatives report estimated the figure was more closer to 66,000 annual families being removed. Okay, now this takes when these crackers come on there and they start talking about, well, y'all just complaining and reparations and da-da-da. Why don't y'all just work harder and all this shit? Look, you fucking devil. Your family never had to go through no shit like that. Your family never had to lose their goddamn house just off a whim because some nigga dropped a bomb on your damn house. Your family was never murdered at the hands of the federal government, man. Okay, so don't fucking come talking to me about the equality, and don't come talking to me about love and equity and all this shit. Where was the love when you motherfuckers was giving us smallpox? When you was driving highways through our city, through our communities, man, okay? Where was the love then? Where was the love then? Where was Child Protective Services when you was serving our babies to alligators, you motherfucker? Where was that, huh? Where was that? Where's Child Protective Services? Nowadays, Child Protective Services show up if you yell at the kid because she did something wrong. Now they'll show up at your door. 51A, take this kid away from his dad. Huh? Where was y'all trying to protect our kids back then? You devil. See, that's why he speak with a forked tongue, man. Because he tell you one thing, then do the other. Because in the eyes of men, he wants to seem like he's Look at the history, man. They don't want you to learn the history. That's why when you up in school, they give you like 45 minutes of history, Black History Month, February. And they teach you none of the real history, because you know what? The real history is very dark, and you got a bunch of blood on your hands, man. Okay, the real history is very fucking dark, man. Very dark. Okay, and you don't want that. You want people to forget about it. So if this society were to continue, which is not, People will fall, oh yeah, America, da, da, da. This is in the past, bro. Nobody cares about these blacks no more. Nobody cares about these Latinos, these Native Americans. Whatever happened to them, whatever. We got America now. Just be happy because you're in America and you're not in a third world country somewhere. Okay, Israel is not a homeborn slave. Why is he spoiled, man? Okay, we're not homeborn slaves, man. All right, the Lord about to get us up out of here, bro. Our life hanging in the midst of the balance right now, man. But at the end of the day, the Most High gonna be with us, man. All right. Now, it says at the very moment when the civil rights movement secured voting rights and desegregation of public and private spaces, that whole voting thing is cap any fucking ways. Voting doesn't matter at all. Okay. Because the president is selected, not elected. Okay. The president, they select them, handpick them. They say, you're gonna be the president. You gonna be the president, JFK. Donald Trump, you gonna be the next one. Biden, you gonna be the one. So we can laugh at your ass. So whatever the country go down, we gonna blame your old ass. Blame his old ass. Sleepy Joe, like Cat Williams said, Joe Biden is 88 motherfucking years old, 99 years old. You gonna blame this old devil? This devil can't even talk straight, and they always need a scapegoat. That's why they use the presidency as a scapegoat. Okay, they talk about you remember when you was in school, they tell you the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial. That shit don't matter, bro. Do they tell you about the Rothschild Rockefellers at the top? The senators and all these people, they're just puppets, man. They're puppets, bro. Allowed to, do certain things, to make the people feel like they got a representative vote. The college, the electoral college. Then you got the House of Representatives. Then you got the Senate and all this bullshit. That's all cap, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. Okay, because none of that shit matters. What matters is who got the money. Like Mayor Amshar Bauer said, give me control over the nation's money. I care not who makes the laws. I don't care who makes the laws, man. You don't got no money to move nothing, man. The money is the one that make the world go round, man. Who got the money and who got the guns and who got the resources? That's it. Who got it? And I'm gonna tell you who's in power and who write the laws and who says what can be said and what can't be said. Do you know why they got campaigns against anti-Semitic? Because the devil says so with the money. You can't speak about the anti-Sem because he says so, because he got the bread and he got the sword and he doesn't wield it in vain. Okay? And if you fuck around, you could get your house removed, you could get your head removed. Okay? Or we'll put an economic sanction on your whole country and we'll see how we'll see how you deal. That's why we need the Lord to come back, bro. Because we ain't got no army on this side. Ain't nobody pleading our cause, man. Okay? When the Lord come back, ain't no motherfucking devil gonna forcefully remove us out of our land, man. Okay? Because we ain't gonna be fathers and widowless, man. Fatherless or widows, no more. So it says federal subsidies went on to more than 400 cities. Suburbs and towns supported more than 1,200 projects, displaced a minimum of 300,000 families, perhaps some 1.2 million African Americans, while Black Americans were only 13% of the population in 1960. They comprise at least 55% of those displaced. That's a low number. I would wager 70% on above. Okay, because you ain't had them white families living where you was living. They ain't removing a bunch of white families. They're removing your ass, just like the Trail of Tears. Remove you out the land and go somewhere else. And if you die on the way, that ain't our problem. That's not our problem. It says, and while we tend to remember urban renewal as a big city program pursued by Italians such as Robert Moses in New York, the vast majority of projects were carried out in cities of 50,000 residents or fewer, where Jake lives. There were small cities such as Greenville, North Carolina, that where Jake lives, where 207 families of color and 11 white families were displaced. Damn, son. 207 white families of color, Jake, Negroes, Latinos, 11 white families. Damn, that's a small little number. Okay. In Tupelo, Mississippi, where Jake is living in Mississippi, man. It says Mississippi is a straight hellhole, man. I've been there a few times. That's a straight hellhole. Ain't really shit going on down there, It says where 217 families, probably like the poorest state in the country, that or Arkansas or West Virginia, one of those. But it says where 217 families of color and 31 white families were displaced. Demopolis, Alabama, where 55 families of color and 7 white families were displaced. Urban renewal was spread as widely as today's marches for social justice. Today, as racially disparate rates of evictions, police violence, and capital flight raise urgent questions about the right to live in safe, thriving communities. You can't live in a safe, thriving community around this devil. You kidding me, man? You can't live around this devil. This devil's a lurking place. He sit in the lurking place of the villagers seeking to devour you, man. Okay, he said bait cars in the hood, man. I remember growing up all the day long seeing cars unlocked and shit. Like they literally waiting for you to take that car so they can arrest you, man. They're literally waiting. They literally leave the car open there so you could take it so they can arrest your ass. They got some tracker on the car, or they got somebody waiting around the corner to arrest you, man. Okay, that's how they get down, bro. Okay, if they see you doing doing good, successful and shit, oh, he's selling drugs. Well, they're investigating you. It says Psalm chapter 10 and verse 5. It says his ways are always grievous. That's why you can't have thriving communities. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight, for all his enemies puffeth at him. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Of course, man, he look at him. He got this country, America. He got the fatness of the earth. This man living good as hell, bro. Man, he ain't worried about it. He's in his mind, he is untouchable. That's why it says in Isaiah 47, come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. All right. Sit on the ground. There's no throne. You know what I'm saying? Daughter of the Chaldeans. This virgin daughter of Babylon hasn't been touched. So he feels like he can't be touched, bro. Okay. Like Devin Haney. Devin Haney thought he couldn't be touched, man. Until Devin Haney got touched. You know? So when you get touched, now shit changes, bro. Okay. Now the Most High gonna molest this devil. The Most High gonna deal with this devil, man. All right. Anyways, man. Inside joke. It says 7 verse. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, man. 8 verse. He sitteth in the lurking place of the village. In the secret place doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set on the poor. What I mean? His eyes are only fixed on you. He don't care what these other people are doing. His eyes are privily set on the poor. His eyes on you. All eyes on me, like Tupac said. All eyes are on you. When the last time you seen a bunch of Moabite artists getting killed? Moabites getting killed in their hoods and shit, and the Ammonites, you know what I'm saying? Ishmael. When the last time Ishmael got gunned down by the police, man? I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for one instance where a red dot motherfucker got a red dot on his head. The last time they removed a small hatter out their neighborhood, man, over here, you know, they're gonna talk about the H cost. Oh, the H cost. What about it? What about it? Even if it was real, it was you devils oppressing your own people. So I mean, take it up with yourselves, man. Okay. Which there's evidence to the contrary. There's evidence that shit was not real, if you will, or greatly exaggerated. All right, greatly exaggerated. But there's nothing exaggerated about the plight of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American in America. There's no fabrication of that. Everybody's seeing what happened. It's in the record books. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's seeing what took place, man. It's in evidence. It says here, as the United States emerged from World War II, all right, because it said it started in 49, right? Many cities, and that's when America's in its height of its power, man. So it said many cities faced a housing crunch. That's a lie. That's a lie, man. Housing crunches. That's a lie. Just like they say today, oh, there's not enough housing. There's not enough housing. That's bullshit, man. Yes, there is enough housing. There's enough housing. There's enough food to go around. And there's enough everything for everybody. There's enough for everybody. The Most High made the earth abundant in resources, man. Okay. And if your devils kept the land Sabbath, the earth would yield its strength onto you. But you don't do that either. So there is more than enough food. There's more than enough money to go around, and there's more than enough land and resources for everybody to have their own little quarter without having to steal, rob, and all this shit. But of course, this devil's a greedy son of a bitch. All right, like Bernie Mac said, and you know what I'm saying? He don't care about you, man. He could end homelessness today. He could end your poverty today. He could write off your debts today. Okay, all this talk about the economy, this and that. Look, bro, he's the one that's creating all this hell. So he can bring in the solution, which is the micro C-HIP. The solution to all the economic turmoil, inflation, and all this shit, which he created, by the way, is for them to crash the economy and bring in the C-HIP, which ultimately that's his plan, which is the most highest plan at the end of the day. But nevertheless, these devils, man, they play a sick fucking game, man, with the people, bro. You know, oh, we don't know why we got Great Depressions and why, you know, the up and downs keep going on and the markets keep collapsing. And you devils are playing the puppeteer behind the scenes. You can end all this suffering for these people in a few keystrokes, man. Don't the scripture say distribute to the poor? Okay. Don't they say to curse not the poor? Okay. You devils curse the poor and you get richer off the poor. When the pandemic hit, you got richer off the poor. You didn't lose money. They gained money. They didn't lose money. The top 1%, top 5%, whatever you want to call it, they didn't lose money, man. You the ones that lost money through the hidden tax of inflation. All right, because the average person don't know how money works anyways. They don't really know how money works, man. You know? They really have no clue how money works, bro. This fake ass fiat money that they got, man, is depreciating on purpose. That's why the dollar, you got 20 bucks used to be something. $100 used to be something. Shit ain't worth nothing now. You know, you would spend $20 on nothing, $150 on nothing. You know, that's why I said Haggai 1:6, you work to fill a bag with holes. The devil set this society up to oppress you constantly, constant oppression, constant. You know, so that's one article. Let me get to this one. It says how the U.S. government destroyed black neighborhoods. Post-World War II, urban renewal replaced thriving black hubs with highways and public housing. You know what I'm saying? These were jakes that fought in World War II. They fought this and that. They were productive so-called members of society. And you think this devil cares? Absolutely not, man. Okay? Because Uncle Sam, Big Brother, what they want to call them, it's all about oppressing the people. America is not no dream. It's a fucking nightmare. They said many of America's black urban neighborhoods are trouble spots marked by crime, poverty, and blight. Why is that? It says, can this be blamed on failure within these communities to properly maintain their own spaces? Perhaps somewhat. All right, yeah, some of the blame is on you because of the curses and, you know, your own wickedness. But the majority of the blame, but most of the blame lies elsewhere. Many of these neighborhoods once thrived before city and state government using federal money destroyed them, intervening and meddling in matters that, you know, meddling to keep you down. It says Proverbs 23 and 10. It says that you shall not remove your neighbor's landmark, man. These devils remove your landmarks. They remove you from your lands. You know what I'm saying? They curse the poor and his habitation, you know, so on and so forth. It says, because he's not a wise king. A wise king is upholding of the people. Perhaps somewhat. So most of the blame lies elsewhere. Many of these neighborhoods once thrived before city and state governments using federal money destroyed them. In the decades before and after World War II, government bureaucracies across the U.S. imposed urban renewal, also known as slum clearance. Get these jakes up out of here, man. These policies work from modernist notion that urban neighborhoods, were dangerous and antiquated. Basically, we got to get you up out of there. All this jargon, all this here's circumlocution. In other words, these niggas got to go. Okay, that automobile-centric design represented the brave new technological future. Old neighborhoods were thus demolished, replaced with highways, like the one I'm driving on right now, and public housing, and top-down economic developments. Unsurprisingly, the condemned neighborhoods were overwhelmingly African American. No surprise, to a lesser degree, Hispanic, and Asian. Right? And city after city, why they go predominantly for Judah and them, because they're head tribes. In city after city, highways that were built to appease white suburban commuters. Yep, it's all. The society was built to appease the whitey, not you, and enabled through eminent domain and funds from the 1949 Housing Act and 1956 Interstate Highway Act. All racist policies. Okay, because through this 49 Housing Act became redlining and all this shit. It says we're shoved through these areas, causing surrounding blight and pollution. Among the black neighborhoods divided by highways were New Orleans, the Brooklyn area of Charlotte, and Overtown in Miami. In other cases, urban renewal was done to build high-rise public housing or major development projects. Yeah, like where you see these these towers, you know, these housing buildings, you know, that are super tall, you know, should be 200-300 feet, you know. You be seeing them in Brooklyn and different parts of these cities, you know. It says in the worst cases, urban renewal sought no apparent replacement use. Slum clearance was the goal, was the only goal. This meant the newly denuded land plots stayed empty for years. In my hometown of Charlottesville, VA, a black area called Vinegar Hall was raised for a new road and some future projects. But it took 20 years to find an anchor development, an Omni hotel that eventually needed further taxpayer bailouts. All right. Yeah, so when James Baldwin made that statement on TV, man, you know what I'm saying, he was correct. All right. And it was like a big deal. Okay, it was like a big old deal back then, you know. It was a black and white. Yeah, it was in black and white and stuff. You know, when he came out and said what he said about urban renewal being Negro removal, man. But you know, he was telling the truth. You know, and you know, that's why he was that's why they you know they made him into a household name. That made him into a household name on top of, you know, everything else, you know. But that's one of the things he was mostly known for, you know, when you look him up. All right, and also for being a big time Mo, a big time Mo. This guy was a big time Mo, man. You know, just like Billy Porter, another big time Mo. Okay, so actually, with that being said, actually let's read this one. It says James Baldwin, sexuality, complex and influential. The work of writer James Baldwin, subject of the Oscar-nominated film "I Am Not Your Negro," was influenced by his complex sexuality, scholars say. Okay, and one of the books he wrote was called, I believe it was called Native Son, right? And there was this actual movie with this guy Ashton Sanders, which he played in that movie, the Moonlight, which is about moles. Cause this guy's a Mo. This guy Ashton Sanders is a Mo. But they gave him an Academy Award for that bullshit performance where he was playing a Mo. But these guys take their influence from James Baldwin, man. You know, and guys like him. So it says this is how they describe the guy James Baldwin. This is what they do to just systematically destroy you, man. They give you these figures, you know, on TV to systematically destroy you. This is an author, radical, activist, public intellectual, unapologetic black prophet. All right, these are supposed to be what Esau considers your prophets. It says these are words historically used to describe writer James Baldwin, subject of much backlash for his sexual endeavors. It says inspired by an unfinished manuscript that Baldwin was working on at the time of his death in 1987, which he ended up dying in France, you know, surrounded by small hatters. Okay. He ended up dying in France at the age of like 67, 68 or something like that, over there in France. Okay. But anyways, it says, what the? I downloaded this file, but I don't know. It looked like I need the internet to see it. I ain't got internet on this phone right here, but The main takeaway was when you read this whole article, basically the dude was a Mo, but they try to paint him as some type of like, hero for black people, man. Okay, as it says in Isaiah 3 and 12, children are their oppressors and women rule over them, man. Right? Like these set up these children to run your people, man. Okay, but Esau has much to pay for. Now, Psalms 10 and 7, his mouth full of cursing and deceit and fraud, under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking place of the villages, and in the secret place does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Privily to set against you to take you out of your glory, to take you out of your prosperity and out of your tranquility. And bro, the Most High, man, he ain't never lie. He ain't never lied, man. He told you what this devil was. That's why I said Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thy enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And he will pay Jake like he paid these guys at one body. These guys got to be paid off. One body, whatever the fuck they call themselves. They got to be sold out. Bishop Jessup or whatever his name is, they have to have taken that bag, man. Or either that or they're just some dumbasses, but they have to have taken that purse, man. Because it's clear as day that the white man is the devil. There's no other explanation. Okay, Ishmael never did us like this. Moab and them never did us like this. It was only this devil that has this extra hatred against you, because he has this perpetual hatred. You know what I'm saying? Ever since, because at that day, we just superior to him. So, we supplanted him for the birthright. The Most High rejected him and put this demonic evil spirit on him to this day. So he never changed. He's still the same devil. And this is why we talk about these things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's good to go back to the history. It's good to examine all these things, man. And certain people don't know about certain things, man. So, you gotta remind them about things like this, man. They may have, some brothers are young, younger, or some brothers, they need to be educated about certain things like this, man. It's always good to know about everything. The scripture say, "Be not ignorant of small matter or great." It's good to know about everything, man. When you're talking to these devils, man, they can't fool you. They can't fool you. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scripture say, Revelation 1 and 3, blessed he that readeth. When you got knowledge, when you got understanding, when you got wisdom, when you are studied and learned, nobody can play with you. Nobody can play with you. Esau play with you, Jakes. Esau play with you, tribes, because of your ignorance, because of your lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you don't know better, Esau is able to play with you. When these people see, these people are not dumb out here. When they see that you can't speak properly, you can't defend yourself, you don't have any confidence, you don't got no money, resource, whatever, they play with your ass. They play with you. They toy with you. Okay, they give you less money at work. They overwork your ass. They know that. Look, bro. Knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power. Is power. Is power. Is power. Okay, and we have the ultimate knowledge, which is the words that's contained in this book, like Theodore Roosevelt said, man. Thorough knowledge of the scriptures is better than a college education. It's more important. It's greater than a college education, man. Because a thorough knowledge of the scripture is what's going to get you saved, man. First, James, the first chapter, the 22nd verse. It say, receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. Whatever you learn on this side, it's not going to save your soul, man. But this word will. All right? It was not herb or modified plaster that restored him to health, but the word of the Holy One. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. So we have a blessed portion to know this truth, to know this knowledge, to see things for what they really are. Okay, to understand your enemies, to to understand the future, the past, the present. It's a total blessing. It's a total. That's why it says, you shall know the truth, and the truth set you free. All right. So this devil has a track record of blood. I did that video about Haiti, the other day. But I'm probably try to do more of these, man. About the acts of this devil, facts. numbers, and yeah, cause that's how this devil gets down, with numbers and all this shit. So you got to hit him with his numbers. You got to hit him with the facts, the cold hard facts about what the fuck he done. You can't run from the numbers. All right, as they say, numbers don't lie. Well, the numbers don't. The numbers tell a story. They paint the story of your devil's bloodshed and your wickedness. But you know, you try to hide everything under this new guise of love, 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 love. All right, love, 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 love. What was the love when you was doing all this dirt? Where was the love back then, devil? Okay, Sirach 29 and verse 7. It says, "Many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealing, fearing to be defrauded. Yet have thou patience with a man in his poor estate, and delay not to show him mercy," which the devil had never did. He don't have no pity upon the poor. It says he robs the fatherless. "Help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn him not away because of his poverty. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Shut up alms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee from all affliction. And it shall fight for thee against thy enemies, better than a mighty shield and a strong spear. An honest man is a surety for his neighbor, but he that is impudent will forsake him." See, so this devil's not an honest man, man. He's not an honest man. He's not an upright man. The spirit that's in him is not upright. And he does not care for the poor, man. All right. Sirach 22 and verse 23, it says, "Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty, that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity. Abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble, that thou mightest be heir with him in his heritage. For a mean estate is not always to be contemned, Salaki, nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration." That's why it says in Proverbs 3 and 31, "Envy not thy oppressor, and choose none of his ways." The rich that is foolish is not to be had in admiration. All right. So this devil, you know, he's our brother, so called, you know. But he's never brother. He was never brotherly to us. He was never brotherly to us. The only time he was ever at peace with you was when your father, Jacob, died. Israel died, man. When he died, they're saying he had a little bit of time of peace, probably a couple hours, and then this devil went right back to being a devil. You know, mourning the loss of his father, went right back to bloodshed. Not because this devil doesn't regard no truces, man. All he knows is blood. Blood touching blood, man. Blood pursueth this devil, man. All right. It says Proverbs 10 and 15. It says the rich man's wealth is his strong city, and the destruction of the poor is in their poverty. All right, generational wealth, man. That's why this devil is over you. Okay, that's how he's able to live. He got generational wealth, man. This devil got generational wealth off of the backs of your people, man. All right, so the destruction of the poor is their poverty. The destruction of the poor is that poverty, man. Proverbs 11, verse 23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is he that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that which withholdeth more than meat, but it tendeth to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, but he that watereth shall be watered also. And this devil, he's going to experience drought, man. Pretty soon he's going to experience the ultimate drought. The ultimate drought when his land is melted. Over there in Dubai, they just had a flood where they had an overwhelming amount of water. They had a year's worth of water hit them in one 24-hour period, one day. So this devil gonna experience the complete. He's gonna get a deluge of fire on his ass. For his unrighteous dealings against the poor. Because the Lord don't play about the poor, man. Okay, the scripture say, oppress not a man and his heritage, man. Especially in his poverty, man. Okay. Sirach 11 and verse 11, it says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much more behind. Again, there is another that is slow and have need of help, wanted ability, and is full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord look upon him for good, and set him up from his low estate. Yeah, we're the ones that need help, wanting ability, and are full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord look upon us for good, and he's going to set us up from our low estate. All right. And lift up his head from misery. All right. Like they said about the IMF, the International Misery Fund. Well, yeah, whenever the IMF comes to your country, not Impossible Mission Force like Tom Cruise, but IMF, International Monetary Fund, and the International Misery Fund, they come with their dollars to basically keep you in debt slavery and destroy you. But the Lord said his eyes are set on the poor, man. The eye of the Lord look upon us for good, and set us up from our low estate, and lift up his head from misery, so that many saw it and they marveled at him. Because when Jake gets lifted up, they're gonna marvel. Say, what? Them people, them nappy headed Negroes, them beaners. You know what I'm saying? Them tomahawk devil. You know what I'm saying? The Indians killed the Indian and saved the man. Right? That's how they look at you, bro. But they're gonna marvel when they see you a God on the earth, man. Okay, the Lord said he'd lift up the beggar from the dunghill, man. It said wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the law are of the Lord, and the way of good works are from him. Error and darkness are hid, and they're beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. And this devil waxes, he glories in this evil that he does. You know what I mean? He gets a strong heart on with this evil. He gets off on this evil, man. That's why he has naked ritual parties like Eyes Wide Shut, because he loves basking in his wickedness. You know, he loves the Baphomet spirit and all that shit, man. You know, he loves worshiping the devil because he is the devil. The devil worships the devil. The devil gets down with the devil. Just like we we love serving the Father. Well, the Most High on the left hand side got this devil joint with his daddy, which is the devil. This white man, his daddy is the devil. His daddy is the devil. The devil is his daddy. So when you see this devil, that's a devil walking around. When you see Jake, that's a representation of the Lord's people. They're just very low. You know, that's why the Lord said, "I made them in my image." Right? Did he say, "I made man in our image"? Let's make man in our image. What that mean? That mean when the Lord created a man, he created a Negro, Latino, Native American man, looking like a Negro, man, looking like Jake. You know, when he thought about creating a man, he didn't think about creating a white boy. Like I'm the first man I'm gonna put on the earth is a white man. Okay. You so-called white people came from the loins of a so-called black man. Two so-called black people create a cracker, but two white people can't create a so-called black man. They can't do it. You will never see two white-looking people, two Edomites, pure blood Edomites, as we would say. You would never see them creating. You would never see them creating one of us, because you come from us. We don't come from you devils. You are a byproduct of us. Okay, you are a byproduct of the Israelites, man. Okay, not the other way around. So that's why the Lord said Jacob is the former of all things, man. Now, it says Sirach 11:17. It says the gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. There is he that waxed rich by his weariness and pension, and this is the portion of his reward. Yeah, the portion of you devils, man, gonna be slavery, boy. You know, the portion of your ass is gonna be slavery. You know, the portion of you're gonna drink of that cup, man, double for your trouble, man. And you're gonna drink the dregs of that cup, like the elder brother by y'all be saying, man. You're gonna drink the dregs of that cup, man. Yeah, man. So we enjoy seeing your fucking downfall, boy. Okay, we enjoy it, man. Second Esdras 15. That's right. That's right. Second Esdras 15, verse no, actually, this is actually, let me jump. Sirach 10 and verse 28. My son, glorify thy soul in meekness and give it honor according to the dignity thereof. Who will justify him that sinneth against his own soul, and who will honor him that dishonoreth his own life? The poor man's honor for his skill, and the rich man's honor for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? So our people are honorable in our poverty, and you devils are dishonorable in your riches, because you don't belong in the position that you're in anyways. You are just there as a punishment to us, man. So anyways, with that, you know what I'm saying, the wise kings of upholding of the people. You devils do not belong in where you at. Okay, even though yes, the Most High put you there, you know, for an appointed time, but you know the earth needs new management. Okay, when you devils are taken down, the scriptures say our gates should be open continually, meaning you shall never, you know, we don't need no security. We ain't gonna have nobody coming in there and try to take our lands, take our women and all this stuff. We're gonna live a very safe life. You know, the Lord said He gonna puff. Israel gonna dwell in safety alone. Deuteronomy 32. Lord said He gonna set us at safety against him that puffeth at us. Right. Real quick. Actually, Psalms 12 and verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I rise, said the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, and I will set him at safety from him that puffeth at him. For the words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of the earth, purified 7 times. And thou shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. For the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Man. So Israel shall dwell in safety alone, man. Far away from you devils, man. Far away from your reach, man. But you're gonna be in our reach. You're gonna be in slavery under us. Israel shall dwell in safety alone. Real quick, let me get that before I wrap this up. Deuteronomy 33 and verse 26. There is none like unto the God of Jeshurun, the God of the upright, right? Who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and in his excellency is on the skies, the UFOs. The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine, and his heaven shall drop down dew. Happy art thou, Israel, for who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the excellency of the sword? Who is the sword of thy excellency? And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread down their high places. So Israel shall dwell in safety alone from him that puffeth at him, man. Psalms 12 and 5, you know what I'm saying? That you read earlier. But with that, call I am like Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rakaku, Dash, Dabans to the Apostles, great millstone where we learn his truth at, and peace I taste to the elect. Shalom.